Shalom, thank you for joining. Let's talk about this week's Parsha. This week's Parsha is called Parshat Terumah. I get very excited about this Parsha because it talks about building Mishkan. Remember that Israel were wandering in the desert led by Moshe. And Hashem told Moshe how to build Mishkan. Special tent, a very special tent where Shekhinah, which is Hashem's presence in this world, would rest. Later, when Israel will get to the land of Israel and will get to Jerusalem, they will build a permanent building, Bet HaMikdash, the temple, with the stone walls. For now, when they're in the desert, they need to build a tent called Mishkan. And in this parsha, we learn exactly how to build it. So the tent is supposed to be easy to assemble and easy to take down because Israel, they were wandering in the desert. They would stay in one place and then they would need to get ready and move to a different place. And they would carry all the parts of the Mishkan with them. So let's see what were some parts of the Mishkan. Aaron. This is the Aaron. Aaron is a box with luchot. That's actually the holiest part of the Mishkan. Because luchot, remember, the tablets where the 10 Commandments were written, and they were placed in the Aaron. And it consisted of 3 boxes, one inside of the other. There was a box made from gold, then from wood, and the third one from gold again. Okay, and the luchot were inside. Here is the shulchan. Shulchan means a table with shelves. The Kohanim would put bread on it. They would put bread every week, and the bread would stay fresh the entire week. That was a miracle. At the end of the week, they would take it down, and Kohanim would eat it, and they would bring new loaves of bread. Here is the menorah. See how many branches it has? It has 7 branches with beautiful decorations. And it was standing inside the Mishkan. Outside the Mishkan was a yard, and there was the big Mizbech. It's a special place, like a kind of a box on which a fire is lit and animal carbonate presents for Hashem were burned on it on this Mizbech. And you see that it has poles, those long poles, long sticks. And that's how Israel carried the Mizbech when they traveled. So all Israel got very excited when they heard about building Mishkan, and they all brought some things that they had, some materials to build it. Some people donated gold, some people donated silver, copper, or different kinds of fabric for the walls of the Mishkan and for the cover. And one of the material came from the skin of an animal called tachash. You know what kind of animal it was? It was a unicorn. It was a unicorn animal with one horn that appeared exactly during that time when Israel was supposed to build a Mishkan. They used it And then no one seen this animal anymore. It was especially brought to this world during this time when Israel were building the Mishkan. This was a story from Parshat Terumah. Thank you for listening. Shabbat Shalom.